Good afternoon. We're here at the Branson Entertainment Center, known as for the Branson International Film Festival. Try to say that 3 times fast.
I can't.
Well, so we shortened it up and called it BIFF.
Biff, that helps. I can say Biff 3 times fast.
Branson International Film Festival. So if we say we're here at BIFF, nobody's going to understand that unless you,
Well, if you're in the know, if you're one of the people, the cool people that know what Biff is.
Right. And I didn't know if you knew that. Matt, did you know that?
What do I know?
BIFF.
Huh?
BIFF. Branson International Film Festival.
Oh, Biff. Is that a Back to the Future reference?
I was just
I
going to
was
say.
thinking that exact same thing.
No, make like a tree.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's right.
Make like a tree and leave.
But you said it wrong.
Right.
So, Renee, this is Renee Michaels. She is a producer, I was going to say songwriter, scriptwriter.
No, script, not yet. Scriptwriter, yes.
Songwriter, no.
I mean, I have in the past written songs, but that's kind of like a long time ago. I don't do music anymore.
Well, back in your other former...
My former, yes, my younger days when there was more of an opportunity for me to be a musician.
Exactly. But no, I'm Steve McAllister. I'm representing Act Media Group, as you can see behind me. And we're here with Renee Michaels. Like I told you, you're a busy young lady. You're a busy young lady at home too. We'll be talking about that. And then Harper, she's down on it. I don't want to use service dog, but she's your partner in crime.
She's my service dog. That's what I say. I mean, that makes it easier. People know.
I didn't know if you really. Sometimes I feel like, oh well, she's a service dog. Well, they can plainly see that on the collar.
You would think. You would think people could
Could be
plainly
30
see that.
patches that says don't pet, do not touch.
And they still.
I'm working. Yeah.
People think it just doesn't apply to them.
Does that happen a lot?
Yes. I've had people say to me, "Oh, I see her patches, but," and then they want to talk to her, they want to touch her, and then I try not to be nasty to people, but when I have bad days, when I really need her to be paying attention to me, and they are distracting her, I'm not always super nice about it. But
Nor should you be.
right? Like
You can. I mean, that's why.
Very clear.
That's
you can
why
see.
exactly.
Harper is there for you.
Exactly. I know
So-
they can't see Harper, but I promise she's here.
She
She's under
is.
the table, like she should be.
Just as calm as can be.
Yes.
That's right, and that's the way we want to keep it.
Exactly.
We want to keep you calm as well.
I would prefer to stay calm.
Pardon?
I would prefer to stay calm.
Yes, I'm glad. So would I. So, we were going to talk about your films. Haven, the web series, is probably your most popular, I would
Yes.
say.
Most well known, yeah.
It's still going on.
I mean, what do you mean? It's still
As
going
far
on?
as, is it streaming?
It is. It's streaming on 24 Flicks, Creative Motion Network. Those 2 are the biggest ones, and then there's 2 other smaller ones that it's streaming on. But BTV is one, and I can't remember what the other one is. But there's 2 smaller ones, and then the 2 big ones: 24 Flicks and Creative Motion Network. Creative Motion Network, we've got more recognition on that one,
Right.
and that you can see it if you have a not Hulu. If you have a Roku. If you have Roku, you can look up Creative Motion Network and you can find Haven on there. But that's where we've gotten the most recognition. We've won awards through Creative Motion Network for the series.
Yeah, and believe me, folks, I've seen the pilot. We saw it again last night.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it, but you can't help but shed tears.
I'm glad. I mean, I would hope that's the case in a good way. Like shed tears because you like it, not because you're thinking this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I've wasted 15
Right?
minutes
No,
of my life.
believe me, it's not.
Yeah.
So no, because I've seen it. Now that's my problem. It's not the 3rd time I've seen it, but every time I see it, there's something that I miss, and you can't help but miss something the first time you see it. Because by the 3rd time, like me, oh, okay. And now if I see it again, I'm like, I'll remember that. Mm-hmm. It's one of those movies where it could be a cliffhanger, and I think we were talking about that last night.
Yeah. Because the pilot is a one-off, so it was supposed to be just a short film.
Right.
And so but I left it open because I like stories that end like that, where at least lets you use your imagination as to what happened. And so I hadn't planned on continuing the story. It was always written as a cliffhanger. But fortunately, because it was a cliffhanger, it left it open for other episodes if I decided to make other episodes, which I did.
You did.
So, yeah.
Eight. I almost said 8 seasons, but 8 episodes.
Yeah, I wanted 8 seasons, but we only got 1. But that's okay.
But I'll tell you what, it's all worth. You can see. It's one of those movies or episodes that you want to see again and again and again. Or if you want to use it for like. I guess, has anybody used it at church to use a clip to help them?
I mean, if they have, nobody's told me. I mean, they're welcome to. I want, it's God's show anyway. It's His series, so whatever He wants people to do with it,
Because I've seen that where preachers, whatever, they'll show a movie clip of something, put their point across, and this is one of those movies where it'll get the point across if you show the right clip.
Yeah, and I mean, because it deals with, it's very relevant, I feel like, for this time that we're in. It talks about, it's focused on end time prophecy, not even end time prophecy. They are living in the end times, which we are too, but it's even more so. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening that we can totally see headed our way now, but they're dealing with stuff that is going to happen. So I think it's relevant. So, if somebody wanted to use it as an illustration or something like that, it's very fitting.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because that's what I thought of last night. And after seeing it again, I picked up on some things. And Lindsay, she did a great job.
My actors were amazing.
Everybody
was amazing. The way that God orchestrated the whole thing, and I always give credit to the Lord, because there's no way that any of it would have happened without Him. There's no way. Even the script, when I look back at the episodes, or I'm reading the scripts, I'm like, who wrote this? Like, this is not how I talk. This is not how I think. So clearly the Lord was like directing my writing. Because that's just not the way that I think about things.
Right. God had the hold of your pencil as you were writing.
Yeah, and that's it. So I can't really take any credit except for the fact that I was willing.
Right. And God uses people that are willing, and He'll blossom that ministry or blossom that person, what they're doing, as long as they feel, as long as they're being directed by God to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So you also are, I should say, a housewife. You married a Marine. Hoo-ha!
Yes. That's right. And that's how I know that's the Marine thing. Like, if they recognize that they're Marines, you always get the hoorah.
He'd be proud that I did that. You'd be proud. Is he watching?
Probably not. He's probably at work.
Oh, all right. Well, he'll watch the record. I think we're going to have it recorded, so
okay.
We'll make sure that you guys watch it.
Yes. See, babe, he said hoorah.
Hoo-ha, yes. And so, tell me a little bit about your animals. She has a whole bunch of exotic animals.
Yes, I do. And people are always surprised that I have them, especially the ones that they consider creepy animals. I actually like them because they're creepy, because it throws people off, because I don't look like the type of person that would be comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You kind of floored me.
Yeah. So I have 8 snakes, 5 lizards, which lizards, people are a little more tolerant of lizards, it's the snakes. And then I have cockroaches on purpose, hissing cockroaches.
Yes, I used to live in Florida.
Yes, so I have the hissing cockroaches. I have a big, huge colony. I don't even know how many are in there, but I've got a bunch of those. I have a tailless whip scorpion, which are super, super creepy looking. It's awesome. And then I have a blue death feigning beetle. So they play dead. Like the fainting sheep or fainting goats? Mm-hmm. It's similar to that. So if you startle the beetle, he plays dead. It's funny. Yeah, so I have one of those. Of course, I have my prairie dogs, and I have a guinea pig, which is not so exotic, but yeah. And then I have 6 cats and 2 dogs.
Well, at least you have some domestic animals.
I do.
Well,
yeah.
Harper, she's special.
Yeah, she's special, but Harper
is
more than a pet.
you have 2 dogs besides her?
Yes. No. She's one, and then we have another.
Okay.
Yeah.
One's more obviously domestic. Now, I hear that once you take the collar off of Harper, she's more domestic.
She's more like a normal pet. Yeah. So if I were to take her vest off, she would be a completely different dog. So she's just like, you would not know. Like, she knows it's business. With the vest on, it's business. She works. And she listens
what
a
they're
lot
trained
better.
to do.
Yes, she listens a lot better when she's in. she's
Oh, I'm
interviewed.
sure.
Yeah.
When she knows that vest is on, it's like, oh,
Time to
stand
work.
up straight,
Yes.
or sit up straight. How?
Whatever. She knows she has to listen.
Exactly. So what's in the future for Renee?
So I'm working on, because Haven, I wasn't able to get 8 seasons out of it. I had to kind of, even though it ends like something else is coming, I wanted to do something else along the same theme. So I'm working on the Haven Chronicles, which follows the same story, just with different people that are going through the same thing as the people in the original series. And then I'm also working on a sitcom. So I have the pilot is written, and now we're just trying to get funding. It's kind of like the sitcom I'm excited about. I mean, I'm excited about all the projects, but it's because it's so different than what I'm used to writing. But it's kind of in the same vein as Gilmore Girls and Parks and Rec, kind of that kind of humor and style. So
I don't know. Is it hard, soft humor?
I mean, it's more of like, I would say like Parks and Rec is more sitcom-y. Gilmore Girls is like dramedy.
Yeah.
So we're combining we have the quirkiness. I just think both of those series have very quirky characters. So we've got a lot of quirky characters.
Just when you think it's drama, it turns out to be comedy.
Right, exactly. So I'm super excited.
I think you were telling us just a little bit about one scene, and I was like, okay, are the names of the characters?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
so it's gonna be
believe
fun.
me, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so hopefully if the Lord provides the funding for it, and I've kind of done like a little bit of a campaign on Facebook, haven't really had much interest, but again, if the Lord wants it to happen, He's going to open those doors. And so I'm not really worried. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen.
Has there been a lot of financial help for you for this project?
No.
For Haven, I mean.
No, we funded Haven all ourselves. And everybody that was involved in that project volunteered their time, and which was amazing because a lot of them traveled quite a ways to come participate. So I promised them, that's another reason why we didn't continue, because I promised them we would not do a second season if I couldn't get the funding. Because I wasn't going to ask them to come back and commit that much time, on their, for free. And so, it just didn't happen, and that's okay.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Renee Michaels, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's so good to visit with you.
You too, finally.
I know. We've known each other for a while, so.
We've been trying to get together and do something for at least, even just after Taney Coleman was done.
Yeah, it just never happened.
And by the way, I'm not going to try to plug Taney Coleman, so that's not what we're doing right now. But
you can plug Taney Coleman.
You know what? She was also in Taney Coleman. She played Sam. Yeah. Man, I'll tell you what. That's another movie that you guys got to check.
Yeah, it's a good one. Definitely a good one.
Deborah worked hard. She really did. And we had some interesting times.
I mean, that's the way filmmaking goes, though. You always remember what happened behind the scenes. And that's why, I can't even watch Haven anymore without laughing, because I remember everything that happened leading up to each time we were getting ready to roll, and what happened after when I called cut. We had such a good time, and which I think is a sign of a good cast and crew. Everybody gelled really well. So that's what I remember. I enjoyed filming it, but the things that I remember are just the good times we had, the laughs, and it was great.
Yeah, and you have to laugh too, because I already know what Lindsay
Raymer, who is one of the actresses in the
when she did that to Sydney at the very beginning, I'm like, I know there had been some takes.
Oh, we had lots of takes.
I figured.
Yes.
Because she probably looked at Sydney and just was like, started laughing, didn't she?
Probably. I don't really remember any of that happening then.
Lindsay did say there was quite a few takes, and
we did
with
a lot of
the seriousness of it, and then you think you had to look so serious, you had to laugh.
You have to, because you've got to lighten it up a little bit for our actors, because they are so intense. Because the story's pretty intense. So you have to have those moments where they can just relax and have a good time. And we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. So again, look for Haven, the web series, on those local platforms, or not local, but the
On the streaming
platforms.
platforms, yeah.
And then you're, I don't guess that's the only series right now that you're
Right now.
that's out right now. And then the sitcom, well, let's pray for Renee and hope that funding comes in for that.
If the Lord wants. The Lord, I don't want it if He doesn't want it. So
Right. But I think that the Lord will bless it if it's not meant to be, is what you're saying.
exactly.
Well, again, thanks, Renee. Take care of yourself.
You too.
Bye. And I'll wave to you down the hall.
Okay.